What happens when a late-night host's punchy remark sparks a nationwide debate over free speech and corporate accountability? The Jimmy Kimmel Disney saga, now in its most dramatic chapter, has become a battleground where political ideologies, media power, and public opinion collide. Here's the twist. The same conservatives who once mocked Kimmel for his sharp-tongued jabs at figures like Ted Cruz might now be the very ones pushing Disney to bring him back on air. But here's where it gets controversial. How does a company balance the demands of free expression with the fallout of offensive remarks? Let's unpack this tangled web of corporate strategy, political theater, and the fragile art of comedy in the digital age. Back in 2021, Kimmel didn't hold back when he compared Senator Ted Cruz to a moist, gelatinous tube worm, a line that became a meme-fueled lightning rod for partisan fire. Fast forward to today, and Cruz is oddly positioned as a potential ally for Disney. Why? Because the Texas senator, along with fellow conservatives like Mike Pence and Tucker Carlson, is arguing that firing Kimmel sets a dangerous precedent. Democrats will weaponize this power ruthlessly, Cruz warned on his podcast, likening FCC Chair Brendan Carr's tactics to a scene from Goodfellas. The idea? If Disney can silence a liberal comedian over a joke, what's to stop future administrations from doing the same to conservatives? And this is the part most people miss. The real fight here isn't just about Kimmel. It's about who gets to define what's acceptable speech in the first place. Disney's caught in a classic lose-lose scenario. If they don't bring Kimmel back, they risk alienating Hollywood elites and liberals who've already threatened to boycott Disney Plus and Hulu. Imagine the backlash if fans skip their annual Disney World trips in protest. But if they return Kimmel without a full apology for his comments linking Charlie Kirk to a MAGA gang, a line he's shown no sign of retracting, conservative critics will erupt. The Don't Say Gay protests might look tame compared to the storm of right-wing outrage. And here's the kicker. Some argue that Kimmel's remarks were taken out of context, amplified by right-leaning media, and weaponized by the FCC to pressure Disney. Is this a case of political retaliation? Or is Disney simply holding the line against divisive rhetoric? Enter the unlikely defenders: Ted Cruz, Mike Pence, and even the Wall Street Journal. Cruz, despite his history of clashing with Kimmel, including a 2018 basketball game dubbed the Blobfish Basketball Classic, is now framing the issue as a free speech crisis. Pence, meanwhile, criticized the FCC's involvement, calling it unnecessary. The WSJ's editorial board went further, calling the move a dangerous precedent that could erode free expression for everyone. Kimmel's comments were offensive, but they weren't inciting violence, the paper wrote. In a free society, the government shouldn't decide who stays on air. But is that really the case? Or is the line between comedy and hate speech becoming impossible to define in the age of viral outrage? Kimmel's allies, including his ex-Man Show co-host Adam Carolla, are also weighing in. Carolla, a political right-winger, defended his friend on a podcast. We disagree on pizza toppings, not on being decent people. Meanwhile, late-night legend David Letterman offered a lighter take, joking he was sitting up in bed taking nourishment after hearing from Kimmel. And Bill Simmons, a longtime friend of Kimmel, admitted he was initially skeptical Disney would reverse course. "I thought this was over," he said. But maybe Disney's realizing they've got to stand by one of their best. So where does this leave us? Disney isn't expected to make a move over the weekend, but the pressure is mounting. If they don't resolve this soon, ABC might fill Kimmel's time slot with Celebrity Family Feud repeats. But the bigger question looms. In a world where every joke is dissected for political correctness, who decides what's funny and what's fair? Where do you stand on this? Share your thoughts in the comments. Should comedy be held to a higher standard for free speech? Or is this just another chapter in the culture war? And if Disney caves to one side, will the other side always be next?